7:11 and 8 degrees in downtown Montreal. Time for another edition of Tech File. Joining us now is our tech journalist, Chris Abel, with the latest. Chris, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great. Nice to spend time with you.
Always nice to spend time with you. We're going to get to this cat story in just a little bit because I have so many questions. But let's talk about these Android XR smart glasses, right? So this is the new thing. You've been talking to us a little bit about these smart glasses. So before you tell us what Android is doing, remind everybody what smart glasses are.
Well, 10 years ago, believe it or not, 10 years ago,
Wow.
Google tried to make popular the idea that you wear a pair of glasses that can be prescription glasses. You can see what you're seeing. And then they would have a computer connected inside the glasses to give you information and do tasks based on what you're doing. Google Glass failed pretty spectacularly. I mean, it grabbed the attention and the imagination of a lot of people, but it did not go over very well. Here we are now 10 years later, and rather embarrassing for Google, Meta, the owner of Facebook, has had really great success with their own smart glasses. They are Ray-Ban sunglasses, but they have built-in cameras, speaker, microphone, and allowed users to be able to take photos and record videos of what they're seeing and share them with other people. So that's been the idea of what smart glasses are.
Okay, and now Android is saying, hold on a second, Google's saying, wait, what's going to be so special about what they're doing?
Right, so they're coming back to it. They're calling it Android XR. I think they got to come up with a better name than that. But what's neat is Google's had a lot of success with artificial intelligence, especially their latest, which is called Gemini. And so they're now going to have a pair of smart glasses that when you're wearing, it can see what you're seeing. So in addition to taking photos and taking videos, it can actually understand what it is that you're seeing through your glasses. And so you can have conversations with the artificial intelligence about what you're seeing. You can ask, for example, information about a poster that you saw, and it'll give you information about all the details, say it's a concert and what's happening. It can play the music from the band. It can give you information about places that you want to go to. So you can ask for directions in terms of turn-by-turn navigation, and it'll pull up the maps and display it within your glasses, kind of like, subtitles are displayed within your vision. Yes. And it makes it look like it's projected onto the floor in front of you, so you can see Google Maps as you're walking about. That's very, very cool.
It feels like Terminator 2 or Terminator 1. One of the Terminators, I feel like it was reading things through the eyeball. Okay, so there's no launch date yet, you said, at this point.
There's no launch date. There's no price. The two most powerful things I saw about it, one was that the glasses have the ability to remember something even though you didn't prompt it to.
Wow.
So in the demo, we saw a woman, she was handed a cup of coffee, and then later on, she said to the glasses, hey, what was the name of the brand of the coffee I was given a while back? And it actually remembered and told her.
Wow.
I thought that was powerful. And then the second is live translation. That when you're talking to somebody, it will display subtitles of what the person is saying to you, even though you don't understand their language. Oh, my
goodness. That's amazing. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Imagine traveling with those. Okay, I love that. Okay, listen, I never got into the Wordle craze. I wasn't a Wordler. I don't know if that's what you call the people who are obsessed with Wordle. But Mirriam-Webster is coming up. They're basically challenging Wordle.
Yes. So, talking about being jealous of somebody else's success, Mirriam-Webster has realized, hey, we know a lot about words, too.
Yeah.
So they've launched their own word puzzle game called Revealed, in which they've taken an encyclopedic entry for his place, a location, a thing, and then what they did is they've redacted that entry. So there are words that are blacked out and missing. And then you slowly click on those words, they get filled in, and that gives you a letter towards the subject matter that you're trying to solve. And then the idea, of course, is to try to guess what that subject matter in as fewest steps as you can. And then like Wordle, of course, you can compete and show and share your results and show how clever you are.
Yeah, you can work together.
This is for free. It's available at Britannica.com. And again, it's called Revealed.
We'll see. I have a feeling that the Wordle people are really into that game in particular, but we'll see how this plays out. Okay, please explain to me the Copycat video game, okay? Because I'm not a cat person. I've been very honest about this. I find them a little too mysterious for me. But this basically lets you live like a cat. What's going on here, Chris?
That's right. So video games, of course, you've often played characters that are animals. That's not a big deal. But people who love cats, the kind of experience that they've been looking for years is you want to play a game where you are a cat, not a cartoon cat. We don't want a talking cat, a cat that wears pants or says funny things. No, literally, you want to be a cat like a house cat. And that's what this game called Copycat does. And that you can't speak, you can meow occasionally, but you walk around, you prance, you can climb onto shelves, you can knock over objects, you can eat fish, that kind of stuff.
Wow.
But this is from Australia, and it's telling a very poignant tale. You are a shelter cat.
Okay.
And you've been adopted by a little old lady who takes you home, and you have to kind of adjust to that relationship. You don't know this lady. She's kind of frightening. You spend a lot of time hiding underneath the furniture, and she tries to bring you out with food and stuff like that. And so it navigates this growing relationship between these two. And there are, of course, similarities in terms of both have gone through experiences of feeling abandoned, of feeling alone.
Oh, I see.
That's really cool. And so the game follows this, and then there's a mystery. There is another cat that appears at the window that looks kind of like you, and you soon realize that that cat is scheming. It wants to be in your place. And so you have to battle the copycat that's coming in to take your place from this coveted home of living with this lady who gives you food and takes care of you.
Listen, Chris, this is, again, it's for PS5, Xbox, PC, and Mac, reasonably priced at $20. Again, you gotta really be a cat person for this one. Chris Abel, remind everyone where they can find you.
You can find me at online at chrisabel.com. That's KRISABEL. And, of course, on the socials at Real Chris Abel.
Chris, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure. We'll talk again very soon.
All right. Take care.